there, let's play Wordle number 530, and we are making sure our microphone is on today before we start. So, the answer to yesterday's Countryle was Tajikistan, which is a fascinating country, and it used to be part of the Silk Road. So I'm going to start on the suggestion of a couple of viewers with the word SILKY. Well, there's no Y. I was wondering. You never know. Sometimes there are Ys. Let's try tread. That's a bunch of letters. All right, that's better. Where does the T go? It end in ENT, EPT, EFT. We got options, baby. Could end in ETE. We have options. Let's see. But it does not end in LT or ST. I know that much. Could even be a double E. But there's no A, so that's actually really useful information. Because I was about to try cheat, and then I realized that is not possible. I mean, T doesn't have to be last, it just makes the most sense to me with what I have. It could be ETH, I suppose. I don't know what that would be. Nothing comes to mind. I'm just trying to figure out what the first letter is. It could start with a vowel. It's not inept. Anyway, inept was the answer not that long ago. Gosh, why am I so indecisive? Why am I so indecisive? Why can't I just pick something? I don't know. I'm a little bit wired because I had a venti coffee and then a 20 ounces of Diet Coke, so I'm like, wee! I really want there to be an A. I keep trying to do EA words, but I've already done an EA word and it wasn't right. I think I'm going to try mouth, just for letters and to try to place that T. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm right that it ends in T. There's only E's, though. It was an interesting result. Event? Event fits. Okay, that's weird. Not what I expected. What? Okay, what else fits into that pattern? What is happening? Eject. Has to be. Yeah. That was tough. That was a weird word. I mean, J? What? I didn't even say that CT was a possibility, didn't I? Alright, awesome. So let's talk a little bit about Tajikistan. I think it's worth knowing. Officially, the Republic of Tajikistan is a landlocked country in Central Asia. Its population is approximately 9.7 million. It is bordered by Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and China. The region has been home to several ancient cultures and religious traditions, being in Central Asia, and has been ruled by a succession of empires, including the Achaemenid Empire, the Sasanian Empire, the Hephthalite Empire, the Samanid Empire, and the Mongol Empire. The Silk Road passed through the region. Much later, it was conquered by the Russian Empire and eventually became part of the Soviet Union as an independent or a constituent Soviet Socialist Republic in 1929. Tajikistan declared itself independent on the 9th of September 1991 as the Soviet Union was disintegrating. A civil war began almost immediately, which lasted from 1992 to 1997, after which political stability and foreign aid have helped lead to some economic growth. The country is currently under an authoritarian regime led by President Emomali Rahmon, who has been in power since 1994. There is extensive corruption and violations of human rights in the country. In theory, Tajikistan is a presidential republic. As I said, it is currently ruled by an authoritarian who has managed to have himself reelected 3 times. Most of the population is ethnically Tajik and speak Tajik, which is a Persian language closely related to Farsi and Dari. The official interethnic language of the country is Russian. From the mid-19th century through the early 20th, the Russian Empire and then the Soviet Union controlled or attempted to control what is now Tajikistan. There were many uprisings and revolts, but the Soviet Union eventually created the Tajik Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic as part of Uzbekistan in 1924, and then it was made a separate constituent republic in 1929. There were many acts of violence and repression by the Soviets between 1917 and 1924, including the closing of mosques, churches, and synagogues, and the burning of villages. Today, approximately 98% of Tajikistan's population identify as Muslim, although the country is officially secular and freedom of religion is protected by the constitution. It is a very mountainous country. Most of it lies above 3,000 feet above sea level, which is kind of cool, I think. It's also one of the smallest countries in Central Asia by land area. In 2019, nearly 29% of Tajikistan's GDP came from immigrant remittances, in which immigrants would travel to other countries to work. The current economic situation is fragile due to corruption, uneven reform, and mismanagement. Along with remittances, the economy is largely dependent upon exports of aluminum and cotton. Tajikistan is also an important transit country for drug trafficking. Life expectancy there is just 69 years, and the infant mortality rate is approximately 30.4 deaths per 1,000 live births. However, the literacy rate is high, at well over 99%, mostly thanks to the old Soviet system of free education. Unfortunately, about 25% of Tajik girls fail to complete compulsory primary education because of poverty and gender bias. Tajikistan is ranked 122nd on the Human Development Index and 169th in nominal GDP per capita. So it's a country with a great deal of history, very, very rich in religious and cultural traditions, and is unfortunately caught up in the same situation as many of the other former Soviet republics in Central Asia, with corruption and an authoritarian regime. So hopefully, things will improve there. Thanks for sticking with me. Feel free to drop a comment here or on today's Countryle video, which is linked in the description, with a suggestion for a starting word based on tomorrow's... I say this every day. A starting word for Wordle based on today's Countryle answer. And I will see you tomorrow for some more Wordle.